Hi guys, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your July 4th reading. And if you're from America and you're watching this, happy Independence Day! Okay, this happens to be like one of my most favorite holidays. For one thing, I'm a Cancer, so guess what? When all a family gets together and they have a big barbecue and they are in the sun and they're looking forward to, the fireworks going off, it is just such a lovely thing for me. I have only had a few significant partners that I've been able to spend it with. Normally I'm always single on the 4th of July, which I never quite understand. But it's such a glorious day. You snuggle up with all your family members and, you're in your sleeping bags because it's cool at night and you're looking up at the sky waiting for the fireworks display. Well, you don't have to wait until the evening because guess what, guys? There's a fireworks display happening during the day. And it's beautiful. And I can't wait to talk about it because you know me, I am an energy whore. I love good energy. And so today is full of it. Now, yeah, there's some difficult aspects that we got to be real about. And I'll bring those up. But I'm not seeing a quincunx. I'm seeing opposition. So to me, hey, if I see a light at the end of the tunnel, I'm going to grab it. Opposition just means you probably need to have a conversation, or you probably need to just really concentrate on high vibration to keep yourself from, not being at these ends of the energy vibrations of those two energies. You need to meet in the middle. And I'm all about meeting in the middle. I'm all about having a discussion or talking about ways that we can get in the middle. So this energy, oppositions never bother me. I look at them, I know they're there, but I also know, hey, let's consider both sides of these energy vibrations. So I'm going to help you today find both sides of those vibrations so that we can keep in the sextiles and the trines today and not get caught up in opposition. So today, I want to start out with the good energy because that's the way I roll. The moon in Aquarius, which is my favorite moon. It's my favorite moon because it allows me to disconnect and not be such a Cancer. And I personally need time off from managing my emotional state all the fracking time. So the moon is in Aquarius today, and it is sextiling Uranus. So this isn't like a jolt of an emotional issue that will spiral you down. No. Today could possibly generate something that will spin you up, an unexpected emotional development that could possibly regenerate you in some way. It is, it's definitely a big energy. It jumps out at me. And it may jump out at me because I really dig a moon in Aquarius, but it just jumps and it sings to me. So I think it's a glorious energy. But not only that, we have Mercury and Gemini also trining the moon in Aquarius. So again, we're able to stay disconnected. We're able to look at things rationally and logically. We're passionate about something. So we're able to emotionally connect to our passionate things without going over the top because we have Mars in Cancer. So I like this energy. I like the moon in Aquarius because we have our sun and Mars in Cancer. We need an energy that will make water energy balanced. If you have a watery moon and you have a watery sun and a watery Mars, holy hell, sometimes that can just put you on emotional roller coasters all day. And we've had that, by the way, this week. And so I really hated those days because I felt like I was emotionally waving on an ocean just constantly. We don't have that. So what we do have today is some glorious trines. Now, I always get really excited over sextiles more than trines. Trines to me sometimes can make you you can take advantage of a trine. You could be like, oh, today's just going so harmoniously. I don't have to put any effort in today and everything is just going to go my way. And there's actually nothing wrong with feeling that way. However, I think that you miss out on some really good opportunities when you hit trines. So today, Neptune in Pisces is going to be trining your sun. But Pluto is also opposing the sun and Mars at the same time. So we have this idealistic look about today. For instance, I idealize the 4th of July, every 4th of July. I have this whole picture in my head about, I gave to you. And for me, it rarely turns out that way because I'm always single and I'm usually never snuggled up to anybody. But I do have my kids and I do have, family around me that always fills that hole of like, oh, I don't get that snuggle bunny feeling when I'm snuggled up to my partner and we're kissing under the fireworks, that whole romantic picture that I like to idealize. I have to sometimes find a way to take my idealistic picture, Neptune and Pisces, and match it with what's really going on, which is Pluto in Capricorn. So it's realism. So I have to find a way today to be really, really happy being single when everything in me loves the romantic part of the 4th of July. But I have to find a way to be sustained and be happy. I hope I'm communicating this correctly. So today is glorious. I'm not going to get caught up in what I don't have. I'm going to focus on what I do have. I'm going to focus on lovely energy today, and that will keep my personal power where it is. Pluto is in there in your sun and Mars, wanting you to just maintain personal power. It may not be ideal today. I know that some of you guys are struggling with losses in your family. I know some of you are struggling with losses in relationships. I know that some of you have been feeling like your personal power, you don't really know where it's at yet. I'm going through that. We're all going through that, a bit of an identity crisis still at this point. We're still just trying to, rebuild our energies. And so we have idealism, Neptune and Pisces, but we have Pluto keeping us grounded and keeping it real in Capricorn. And this Capricorn energy is really good energy because it can help us create goals that we want to ideally have at some point. But that doesn't mean that we have to have them right now. Capricorn energy, it takes everything at a slow pace, right? So it's deliberate in its movements. And it can sit there and it'll wait for a long time until it feels safe enough to go to the next, step on the ladder. So I really want you to really embrace today. Now, the moon in Aquarius is actually still going to oppose Venus and Jupiter. So again, I think this energy is supporting the people that don't have that idealistic picture. But it's also speaking to the people that are creating an idealistic picture and falling in love based on ideals and on what they see in their head. It's also keeping all of that energy grounded. Today is a day about loving for the right reasons. Today is a day about emotionally connecting for practical reasons. Today is a day that could bring an unexpected emotional connection or an emotional opportunity, but that is going to generate some long-term goal and keep your power where you've been working so hard to get it to. I like today. I think there's a lot of realism, which never has been my thing. I have this Neptune thing in my chart. I don't even want to talk about it because I avoid that subject too, because Neptune makes me dreamy about everything. It makes me dreamy about love. It makes me idealize things in a way it can't possibly ever work out. And so when I see Neptune being a really prominent energy, I know that we're going to probably have some struggles with idealizing something versus the reality of the situation, which is why I love this energy. I don't like super high energy and I don't like super low energy. I really like energy here. So although I get really charged up on those days where it's like the energy rocks and it's like the best cup of coffee you've freaking ever had, or like, that little shot of gin the other night I had with my son, and so I made a crazy video that I'm not showing you for today and had to reshoot it today when I have to be at work today later. But I love days like that. But I like days like this where it's just real and it's simple and it's happy and it's based on reality. And there's still that Uranian kind of like it's got that little zest in there. I feel that zest. There's a zesty energy in here that makes me want to just swing my hips and do a little cucaracha. But I mean, there's also a good dose of reality. Enjoy today, and I look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow.